we once were is now a sad and lonely verse. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be reading to you from a poem book. This is called Love and Misadventure. Love, 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 love. It says, love. On the back it says, love is a game of tic-tac-toe, constantly waiting for the next X or O. And I'm like halfway through it, so I'm just going to continue off where my sticky note is. And I have my water to stay hydrated as I read. Alright, let's see. This is kind of long actually, this one right here. This one is called Lost Things. Do you know when you've lost something, like your favorite t-shirt or set of keys, and while you're looking for it, you come across something else you once missed but have long since forgotten? Well, whatever it was, there was a point where you decided to stop searching, maybe because it was no longer required, or a new replacement was found. It is almost as if it never existed in the first place until that moment of rediscovery, a flash of recognition. Everyone has one, an inventory of lost things waiting to be found, yearning to be acknowledged for the worth they once held in your life. I think this is where I belong, among all your other lost things. A crumpled note at the bottom of a drawer, or an old photograph pressed against the pages of a book. I hope someday you will find me and remember what I once meant to you. Lost Things. The next one is shorter. It's called A Betrayal. I cannot undo what I have done. I can't unsing a song that's sung. And the saddest thing about my regret, I can't forgive me and you can't forget. A Betrayal. This next one is called After You. If I wrote it in a book, could I shelve it? If I told of what you took, would that help it? If I will it, can I unfeel it? Now I felt it. That part was a little confusing. Alright, this next one, I'm not sure how to pronounce this word. A reverie. A dusty room, a window chair, unseen eyes that gaze into the montage of a love affair. A carousel of memories spinning round into a blur. Her mind is now a fairground ride. She wonders if you think of her. Let me me show you the title. Letting him go. There is a particular kind of suffering to be experienced when you love something greater than yourself, a tender sacrifice, like the pained silence felt in the lost song of a mermaid, or the bent and broken feet of a dancing ballerina. It is in every considered step I am taking in the opposite direction of you. Letting him go. Next one. This one is called The Things We Hide. And so, I have put away the photographs every days of you I know. The things that seem to matter less are the ones we put on show. This is the things we hide. This one is called Love Lost. There is one who you belong to, whose love there is no song for. And though you know it's wrongful, there is someone else you long for. Your heart was once a vessel. It was filled up to the brim until the day he left you. Now everything sings of him. Of the two who came to love you, to one your heart you gave. He lives in stars above you, in the love who came and stayed. This one was called Love Lost. This next one is Time Travelers. In all our wrongs, I want to write him in a time where I can find him, before the tears that tore us, when our history was before us. This one was Time Travelers. Next. This next one is called A Small Consolation. Everything that we once were is now a sad and lonely verse. When once I had so much to say, I am now bereft of words. Sometimes it is the order of things that make them seem much worse. It's not as if you would have stayed if I hadn't left you first. This is A Small Consolation. Consolation. Next. This one is called An Impossible Task. To try or untry to forget you not may be related somewhat. To try or untry to forget you not may be related somewhat. To tie, then trying to untie a complicated knot. Tying and then untying a complicated knot. The Keeper. You were like a dream I wish I hadn't slept through. Within it I felt deeper than your heart would care to let you. I thought you were a keeper. I wish I could have kept you. This one is called The Keeper. was a boy who couldn't speak but owned a music box that held every song in all the world. One day he met a girl who had never heard a single melody in her entire life, and so he played her his favorite song. He watched while her face lit up with wonder as the music filled the sky, and the poetry of lyrics moved her in a way she had never felt before. He would play his songs for her day after day, and she would sit by him quietly, never seeming to mind that he could only speak to her through song. She loved everything he played for her, but of them all, she loved the sad songs best. So he began to play them more and more until eventually sad songs were all she would hear. One day, he noticed it had been a very long time since her last smile. When he asked her why, she took both his hands in hers and kissed them warmly. She thanked him for his gift of music and poetry, but above all else, for showing her sadness because she had known neither of these things before him. But it was now time for her to go away to find someone who could show her what happiness was. Do you remember the song that was playing the night we met? No, but I remember every song I have heard since you left. That was sad songs. These were all the thoughts I was saying. I'm going to read one more. This one's really short. It's called Jealousy. It was the way you spoke about her, with animosity, regret, disdain, and underneath it all, just a hint of pride. I'm going to read one more because that one was really short. Alright. Waking without you. Every song that sings of him from every heart, her. Let me start again. Every song that sings of him from every heart heard breaking. I sing along in dreams of him I cling to when I start waking. That one was weird. Weird. Alright, one more. This is the last one for reals. This one's called That Day. I remember our highs in hues, like the color of his eyes as the sun was setting, the pale of his hands in mine, and the blue of his smile. I remember our sorrows in shades, like the gray of the shadows which loomed that day, and the white in his lie when he promised to stay. Okay, that was the last one. I'm just going to change the page and leave my sticky note in there so I can come back to it. Let me know if you enjoyed these poetry readings so that I can make more videos like this.